Authority starts with what you know and how you share it. But if you want the shortcut, there's one move you can't skip. Comment, I'm ready.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Glad to see y'all here. So look, let me ask you something real quick. And while y'all coming in, please let me know whether you're watching live, whether you're watching the replay. I know it's like midnight. My midnight mastermind, people used to rock me in a while. Y'all know how I do. This is my best time working. But yeah, when you come in, drop who you are, where you're from. Let us see that. And what you do, if you do something of interest, that's great. But let me ask you something real quick. If somebody asked you right now what your framework was, what it was for what you do, could you hand it to them? I didn't say explain it, not like talk them through it, but literally hand it to them, because that's that right there is the difference between somebody who is working in their business and somebody who has built a level of authority, right? Because most entrepreneurs, and y'all know this, don't have a knowledge problem. Been doing this stuff for years. You could write, you literally could do it with your eyes closed sometimes. It's more oftentimes of a structure problem, a packaging problem. You got ideas all over the world. You got your notes in your phone, your Google Docs, random notebooks, voice notes, meeting notes. What else? Just target the comments and stuff that you got right out there. But most of it's not structured. I'm gonna say that again. You have all the knowledge, all the expertise, even all the experience, but very little of it is structured in a way you can easily hand it to somebody and let them know exactly what you do. And when your thinking isn't structured, oftentimes in the mind of the person you're trying to sell to, sometimes your business isn't either. So a lot of people see the programs that I have now. They see Raising Founders. I had a wonderful time today speaking at an elementary school. We're in a middle school in DC. Get ready to do our 4th summer camp this year. All those things. They see, the intensives, like where I'm helping people write their books. I'm coaching. We're building funnels, websites, all of that stuff. But before any of that could really be structured, we had to have frameworks. And see, I started writing because I realized something before I was even heavy into business, that if I didn't document what I really knew, I would keep having to rebuild it from scratch every time. There's no real way to grow it. There's no way to scale. So I wrote it, right? What they say in Hamilton, I wrote my way out. And so look, I'll just show y'all what I got. So these are my 3 books that I've done, my 3 Amazon bestsellers. And we actually just today helped one of our clients to go bestseller. So see, you got Raising Founders, you got 7-Day Business Plan, 55 Laws of Entrepreneurship. Not necessarily written in the order. I'm gonna talk about the order that it was. Like, see, 7-Day Business Plan is my very, 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 very first book that I wrote. I actually started writing it in like 2013, 2014. Yes, before AI. But I didn't finish it till like 2022. And that's reasons that we don't really got to get into. But a lot of times it's because, and this was, back then I thought the first thing you needed was a business plan. I've learned differently since. We'll talk about that in a second. But most entrepreneurs need to put their business in the plan, especially if they're trying to go after like funding or, set up bank accounts, get loans, things like that. You need to have that business plan so that people can see that. So I wrote this book, and it still helps me today. In creating the avatar, setting up certain things with it. That's how I got my first high ticket client, was because I had this book. I was in a Barnes and Nobles trying to sell it, and actually ran into somebody. Actually, I was trying to do a book signing, and I actually still have not done that Barnes and Noble book signing. I did a wonderful book signing for Vonsi, but somebody saw this book, asked me if I could do it, ended up paying me $10,000 to write their business plan over the course of a few days. And that's when I really figured out that putting my knowledge in books really helped. Then my second book, and this kind of is from the heart here, this Raising Founders, unveiling 9 fundamental secrets to fostering young business minds. This is the book I wish somebody had given my parents when I was a kid. Cause a lot of times, keep it a buck with you. I would get in trouble and stuff. And I wasn't necessarily doing the right thing all the time. But what had happened was, as I grew up and I started doing our camps, I said, I need to put together something that parents of young entrepreneurs can see and put together, so that they can put their kids in the right environment, because it's always about environment. Nothing beats in environment. But this is my legacy. It's a legacy I want to leave behind, because I want young people to start businesses. And I really believe that there's no problem in our community that does not have an entrepreneurial solution. And this is one of the ways that I want to make it help. And then last but not least, and this is not the last book I'll ever write, but the last book I have written last year, is the 55 Laws of Entrepreneurship. And I wrote this book essentially like, if y'all ever read a Robert Greene book, I'm a huge, when I say huge, I mean huge Robert Greene fan. I've read 48 Laws of Power, Art of Seduction, 33 Strategies of War, The 50th Law, Laws of Human Nature. Every book that he's written, I'm like, all you gotta do is put it out. I promise you I'm gonna read it, because I love history. I love the way that he packages stuff up, right? So I wrote 55 Laws of Entrepreneurship to sound like one of those books. And so in here, like, I've, really documented a lot of history in business. And the goal was not just talk about history. So I use principles. I mean, so many principles. Like, there's actually more than 55 laws, but that's all I can put in one book. I'll probably have to do a volume 2. But I have people in here like Marcus Lemonis, who else I have? Alex Hormozy, John Rockefeller, what else? Andrew Carnegie. Who else I got? Les Brown. I have Kanye West. I got Lamar Tyler. I have Adrian Simpson. Like, so many examples. I even have biblical examples for every last principle as well, because as we know, every good and perfect gift comes from above. So if there's a law of entrepreneurship, God probably had it first. And so I'm even able to tie business to the Bible, because we got to be ethical, right? We got to do the right thing and all that good stuff. So, but now what I've done is, and so that's kind of what I've based all of my businesses around, is these 3 books. And so now, just to be honest, and y'all see at the bottom, I got the, what's the thing called? The link. If you go to theauthorityexperience.com/bundle, I bundle all 3 of these together, because again, they represent the foundation behind everything that I've built. Before authority, before recognition, before programs, there are frameworks, right? And so let me ask you something. How are you building your business? I don't know if you're up this late, chances are you got a business. I'm being real. And if you do, drop it in the comments. What's your business? Or do you have a business? Yes or no? And where y'all from? I mean, I see we got some folks watching. I want to know where y'all from. Go ahead, drop it down there. I want to see that. But how are you building your business? You have a structure, you have a framework, you have a methodology, or are you building off of vibes or feelings or manifesting your business? I'm just curious. I am. I want to count it on. Y'all hear I keep an ice machine in my office because I like drink water all the time. But anyway, like, how are you building your business? Because we know vibes don't scale, right? Vibes don't sell. Vibes might get you a little bit of something, but you're not going to build off that. You need a structure, you need a framework, and you need authority. That's the truth. Because, and I was just at Ramon Ray's event, Genius Talks, and one of the things I said there when I was talking to somebody about that book, I'm like, look, if God had to put his authority in a book, what makes me think we don't? Now, for real, if God had to do it, what makes you think we don't? Because, and I've talked about this so many times before, the Most High God, the creator of the universe, can do anything that he wants, could do anything that he wants. But when it comes to him letting us know who he is, what he does, he essentially said, I'm going to put it in a book, which is how we got the Bible. That's how we got the Torah, all those things, right? But I'm just saying, vibes don't scale. But anyway, so what I did is I created a starter set, right? All 3 of my books together. You get digital access immediately. You download it. And if you're in the physical copies, you can grab the collected set as well. But on Amazon, they run over $60 combined. But the real value isn't in the price. It's in the mindset. It's in the framework. You really get to understand who Carl J. Gray III is. Because here's what most entrepreneurs don't realize. Authority really isn't built by talking, by thinking, by vision boarding, which is good. All these things are good. It's really built by documenting. Because what is the root word of authority? What's the root word? Author. Author. And once I became the author of what I talk about, I became an authority on it. I became an authority on being able to write business plans. I became an authority on laws of entrepreneurship. I became an authority on raising kids to be entrepreneurs, even though I don't have children. How is it that I can become an authority on that parents come to me, teachers come to me, principals come to me, politicians, business people, about how to affect young people in business when I don't even have kids myself? It's simply because I put it in a way that they can see that it could work, right? So yeah, I do want you to grab the bundle, go buy it, or you drop books in the comment. I'll send it over to you. You know, study my frameworks. Reach out to me, because once you understand the architecture, everything else moves faster, right? So if you ever thought about, have you ever thought about writing a book? I wonder, how many of y'all have businesses sitting in notebooks right now? Or who has started a book and never finished it? All that type of stuff, right? I always tell entrepreneurs something. You can either spend years figuring it out, or you can study the frameworks of somebody else that already built it. So like I said, I got my starter set right here. Get it, click the link, and all that good stuff. But also, you know, this is the truth. Most entrepreneurs do not fail because they lack ideas. They fail because their thinking is not structured. I was talking to someone the other day, and, you know, I was letting her know, you know, because she has a lot of ideas, a whole bunch of stuff. And a lot of times, one of the reasons why I recommend a book isn't just for the reader, isn't just for the clients you're going to draw, isn't just for the great things you're going to do. It also helps you to get settled on what you're going to do. Because it's like, okay, now I can promote myself as this one thing, because so many of us entrepreneurs are multifaceted. Got that what they call ADHD. Like we want to do so multi-hyphenated. We call ourselves so many different things. But putting something down in a book is saying, hey, I'm going to teach you this. So, and I have books all around me. And the thing is, because of the books that I have from people, it's what I turn to them for. Like, who I got? Okay, let's scroll around. Okay, right here, I got Ramon Ray, Celebrity CEO. Why do I talk to Ramon? Why does he coach me? Because this brother knows how to get on stages. He knows how to get in the rooms with the right people. Like, I mean, and then, like, you know, you look and you see the book, the title, all of that type of stuff, and you can easily tell that he knows exactly what he's talking about. Then who else I got around here? All right, let me see. I got books everywhere. So who's this? Okay, these are my books. All right, now here we go. Got one right here. Hidden Revenue Formula, Lamar Tyler. Now, obviously, you look at this book, you can say what? This book probably teaches me how to find revenue that I didn't know was there. He's an authority on finding revenue that you didn't know was there. He's the entrepreneur's entrepreneur. Like, I mean, just being real with you. He's the coach's coach. You'd be surprised. Let me see who else I got around. Okay, Bab. All right. This book just came out. Pia Silver went bestseller, I think, yesterday. #1 in so many categories. Val, she is an expert on getting profit quickly through what you do. She's an expert on it. She's done it for so many times, and now she's put it in a book. I started reading the book on the train back from, because I actually went to the book signing on the train, and I'm like, man, she's really good. I had to tell my clients, you need to go read this right now. And I just met her 3 days ago. But because she has everything in the book, I can easily say, go and do that. That's why you need a book. Who else book I got? Oh, yeah, of course. Can't knock this train. Like, the Andy Henriquez. Like, not only is he a great great when it comes to speaking. He's also really, really, really good when it comes to mindset. Like the great storyteller, but also how to get your mind right in your business. And so that's what Chasing 100 is all about. Like, hey, don't go to 95. You got to do the things that get you to 100. Not only did that himself, but he put a bunch of other people in the anthology. So that's all I'm saying. Just trying to give y'all a little bit about that. I said I'll go live to talk about that, but needless to say, hey, get my books, people. Go get them right now. All three. They're worth it. Trust me. Go get all three. www.theauthorityexperience.com/bundle. And I will see y'all later.
Authority starts with what you know and how you share it. But if you want the shortcut, there's one move you can't skip. Comment, I'm ready.